last episode jolted you to action, this episode will cost you. Will cost you money, maybe a lot of sleepless nights, but I need to tell you, um, who is the fool and who is the wise man? What are you talking about, Miss Malu? What fool? What wise man? What will cost us money? What will make us sleepless or have sleepless nights? Huh? I'll tell you. So, welcome, my fascinating Renaissance friends, to episode 223. In the last episode, I told you I remembered reading an article about marbles and 3,900 Saturdays 20 years ago. I also read almost at the same time an article that I also remembered trying to find. It took me a couple of hours to find out, and search, from my digital file, because I would always file this, and I found it. There's a story, whether it's true or not, whether it is what we call a crafted story to teach a lesson, I don't know. Okay, and I really don't care. And tell me why. It doesn't really matter if it's true. Maybe it has some traces of being true because it is happening. Maybe it's not. Okay. Well, there's a story of the story started with a successful CEO, taking a vacation in a small, in a beach resort that is adjacent to a coastal town. So what he did one day, was he go to the coastal town and then he met this fisherman. And a fisherman, one fisherman with his small boat, docked in the pier, and he found out that what is inside the boat, what he fished, was yellow fin tuna. Yellow fin tuna. Very, very quality fish. And he struck a conversation with a fisherman, and he said, "Oh, this is really wonderful fish." Okay, and fisherman said, "Yes, I'm the best fisherman here. I know where to fish." And he said, "Okay, but let me ask you one thing. How come you only have so little yellowfin tuna? Why and how long do you fish?" All right. Oh, the fisherman said this. Oh, I remember this sentence because this is what struck. Okay, and how long do you fish? You know, and 30 minutes? 30 minutes? Why do you only fish 30 minutes? What do you do the rest of the day? And so the fisherman said, "What? I sleep late. But every morning I wake up, I go out and fish for 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, not longer than that. Okay, and then I return, I play with my children every day, and in the evening, all right, I spend quality time with my wife. We would walk, okay, along the beach, and I would drink wine and play guitar with my friends. I have a full life, amigo." That's what the fisherman said. And, and the successful CEO said, "Well, what if you fish longer than 30 minutes, you fish the whole day, then you will have more fish to sell. And then when you sell more fish, you will have more money." Okay? Then what? The fisherman said, "Well, if you have more money, you can buy more boats and hire more people to fish for you. Okay? And then you will make a lot of money. And then you go to the city. And then you build, your fleet, a fleet of fishing boats. Then what?" The fisherman said, "Well, then you will make millions because you're going to build an empire." for this, you will make it. And then the fisherman said, millions? Yes. How long will it take for me to have those millions? Well, maybe 10 to 20 years. 10 to 20 years. Okay. But then, after that, oh, that's the most beautiful part is this. Then you can retire. Oh, you can retire, and you can retire, and in the beach where in the resort that I'm staying in, and then you stay in a sleepy coastal town village, and then you can enjoy your children, and your wife, and you can drink all the wine you want and play guitar with your friends, and then have a full life. And the fisherman said, amigo, but that's what I'm doing now. Okay. All right. So you can laugh. I laugh, but after that, I come to think of it. Remember, I told you the successful CEOs looking at it for 10 to 20 years before before he can do what he's doing now. You know what he has forgotten? Excuse me. That is not shown in any spreadsheet. And what is that? How long will the fisherman be after 20 years? His children may not be with him anymore. They have all grown up, they have their own family. Does he or will he still have the same vigor, you know, to drink wine and play guitar? Will he and his wife still be young and enjoy each other? That isn't found in the spreadsheets, right? Okay. All right. So how is this? So what's gonna happen? So what you're trying to say, Miss Malu, is we stop trying to try to earn millions. I don't say that. I've always said that I work very hard for this. I am not for laziness. Okay. What are the keywords that we talked about? Remember, sustainability, the ability to to maintain what we have so that we can enjoy the good life then and now and not wait for 20 years. Okay, and balance. It starts with what? The resonance life. Really. So if you are younger than me and you have come to this channel and realize many years ahead of me, okay, then you're in a better position. Right? So my question is, who is the fool and who is the wise man? I bet, okay, I bet for the fisherman as the wiser man. I didn't say the successful CEO is a fool. I didn't say that. Maybe he's wise in his own ways, yeah, because he could spot opportunities, one boat, so, little, small amount of fish, and after that, empire. That is being a visionary. I go for that. Right? I also believe that there's a wiser way of doing it. If our only purpose is to retire and have a full life, then maybe we should learn from the fisherman. I have a full life, amigo, with what I'm doing now. So he has made a choice. We always, again, so it's not an either or, I guess, but we need to find out what a resonance life is all about. So I bet with the fisherman, he knows how to live my resonance life. Okay? So this is the last episode for the month of August. What does September hold for us? Again, two opposing views. You hold intention. All right. It's unknown for me. I'm excited. What will it turn out? But at the same time, I know I'm structured. I know I am prepared for this. So just be with me again, and we will have a whole new adventure starting September. Right? So this is Miss Malu Cervantes navigating with you our autumn of life. I am your life coach. I am your mentor. I am your co-sojourner, and next month, I'll be ready with a direct contact with me. And maybe, just maybe, I can help you more by telling me, okay? Yeah, telling me in confidence what you really want to know instead of, opening your heart in the comment section. Okay? Until then, my fascinating Renaissance friends, goodbye.